Hey guys, yep, we're recording again. Another test, Magic 2013 once again. Tonight's test is actually to record multiple files, edit multiple files at once, and upload to my YouTube channel using Premiere. But to do that, I need some raw footage, and I figured I'd record something new. Even if I just upload the file twice, having it rendered twice, and God, that seems like such a waste of energy when I say it out loud. But I got a test for future reference. So that being said, let's just go ahead and jump in. We haven't wailed on Garrick using this deck yet, and to me, that sounds like it could be fun. Alright, so his big card is Terra Stomper, mine is Captain of the Watch, I'm still an Elephant Man, and let's kick this duel into motion. Alright, now Garrick Wild Speaker, he's in green. He likes big, strong beasts, and his story's actually gotten really dark lately after getting corrupted by the Planeswalker Liliana. He has decided that he's going to hunt the ultimate prey. Other people. And, well, yes, I would like to reply to my buddy here. Hold the phone for a second. Sure, I should be free some night this week. Okay, horribly unprofessional buddy of mine who I've been trying to coordinate a draft on Magic Online with because I also want to stress test recording that, but I don't want to go in alone. I do want to play the Holiday Cube, though. I played it once, and it ended, well, not to put too fine a point on it, but my opponent killed me with my own card after taking my turn from me. I wasn't even mad, it was pretty cool. Things that are not cool, though, is this hand, assuming we do not draw at least one more land in our opening turn, and we are on the play. Can't do it, folks. We're going to get a new one. That is so much better. I am so glad I did. Alright, we're going to go ahead and keep the hand, play the land, and play the Doomed Traveler. Seems good. And we're going to pass the turn. Doomed Traveler is nice. Even though he's a 1-drop for 1 and he'll die easily, when he does die, he leaves behind a 1/1 white flying creature. It's always nice to have things that replace themselves. It helps keep your board presence even when your opponent's killing your dudes. And they will always be killing your dudes. Alright, so what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to attack here. Hit Garrick for 1. I'm going to hold up Raise the Alarm since I can just do it at instant speed at the end of his turn. Against the AI, it probably won't make a lick of difference, but it will when playing other humans. They might think I simply don't have anything in my hand, or that I have whiffed on the draw. Okay, here's Garrick. He's getting another forest onto the battlefield, because, you know, big green stompy creatures, it's kind of what they do. Okay, he seems to not be doing anything. At the end of his turn, I activate my card. Did not miss the timing there. Now I've got 3 dudes. Oh yeah. Alright, I drew Pacifism for whatever big fat fatty he ends up playing, but in the meantime, we got 2 soldier tokens and a Forlorn Traveler. What's his name? That isn't right, that seems wrong. Doomed Traveler. That was it. Well, I got the traveling part right. If anybody, I'm going to test when I listen back, if anybody hears that crunching sound in the background, that is my cat ripping into the cardboard that keeps my Magic bulk rares, or not bulk rares, just bulk cards, safe. Remember how I mentioned in that video that I actually haven't made public yet how she is the destroyer of cardboard? Yeah, I wasn't kidding. Okay, so we've got a big 4/4 creature, a bunch of little dudes. We've got Pacifism. We've got the other card in our hand, the Oblivion Ring, that will allow us to kill any creature he plays. He plays an Emerald Medallion, making all his green creatures cost 1 less to cast. It's not ramping up your mana, but it's still helping get your stuff out sooner. Let's see if he has anything now. He does. A Brindlebore, which would normally cost 3, costs 2. He can sacrifice it to gain 4 life. Let's see how dumb the AI is here. I'm going to try to Oblivion Ring it. If the AI is smart, they'll just sacrifice the little piggy, gain 4 life, and the spell will basically whiff. But I don't think he is. So let's just go ahead and hit it. Let's see what he does. He didn't do it. Because against a human player, since Brindlebore doesn't have an activation cost, and since the ability doesn't say otherwise, he could cast that ability at instant speed. Which, of course, the AI, as we've seen, is, well, it's a 3-year-old game, you know, whatever. it was severely lacking. So we're just going to go ahead and punch Garrick in the face a few times. That's what you get for trying to hunt me down, dude, and pass the turn. Alright, he's got 5 lands. He can cast up to 6. Okay, that's a 4/4 that whenever Big Fat Fatty's into the battlefield, he can draw a card. And I got news for you guys. Big Fat Fatties is basically what Garrick does. However, we've got pacifism, and we're just going to beat him to death in about the next 2 turns. Not this turn, unfortunately. We're not quite there because I just keep whiffing on the draw. But I do have a 7 power worth of dudes on the field, so that'll put him down to 2, which means next turn, unless he can get at least 3 blockers out, I can just get in by sneaking around all his people just by going wide. Unless he plays a lifelinker. But lifelink is an ability that is generally restricted to white and black of all things. Doesn't really show up in green much. I'm wrong before though. Okay, Lightning Greaves. Equipped creature has Shroud and Haste. Well, if you want to put that on your dude who can't attack, you be my guest. Now he's seriously, you're doing that? Okay. Seems good. Well, we draw another land, but ultimately it doesn't matter. Garrett can't do anything. He can't block with his guys unless he has an instant speed spell. And this is green. It's not the color most likely to have it, but we can never rule it out. We're probably just going to get in and smash face here. Let's see how it goes. And the face is smashed. Well, the White Weenie strategy wins again, and Garrick Wildslayer goes down, and we get a prize. Another one of those 2/2 Intimidates. Well, that seems pretty good. Anyway, let's go back to the campaign ladder. Get a look at that nice art drawn by Izzy. I actually don't recognize that card. And yeah, we're doing pretty good. We could do more of this here. I should have tested to see how long I have been recording. I was hoping to do about 2 15-minute episodes of different content here to upload it. Once again, test the bulk upload feature. The reason I keep dueling the Planeswalkers like Talrand and Garrick is that all the encounters, they are the same thing every time. The opponent will draw the same cards in the same order every time and will make similar plays every time. And the reason I just kind of avoid those is, well, it just kind of gets, as we said, samey and boring. Whereas the Planeswalkers actually draw random cards and do random things. These are less battles and more puzzles. We're supposed to build a custom deck to beat the puzzle in question, rather than just try to build the best deck possible. But that's not what we're going for, and I don't think that's the tack that Magic Duels is going to be taking. So what we're going to do is, of course, we're going to stick to just beating face against people who actually do cool things. I don't think, yeah, Audric is an actual opponent leading up to Liliana. We are definitely now on the plane of Innistrad, yeah, whatever, tomato. So we're going to go ahead and beat up on the guy whose face is on my deck, because, hey, mirror match, that's a thing, right? Let's kick it into gear, and after this, I'll stop this recording and we'll try it again. Fun fact, that little U-shaped thing there, that is Avacyn's collar, the symbol of her church. Avacyn is the guardian angel of the plane of Innistrad, created by the vampire Soren Markov to keep the other vampires, his family basically, in line. So that's a cool thing to do. Speaking of cool things, our hand is not a cool thing. We have no lands at all. Okay, we draw a new hand which has a different problem. It's got entirely too many. Let's try one more time. Are you kidding me? Sure, let's go to 5. And Audric is going to be playing the White Weenie strategy, I think, probably just like we are. Yep. So, I already really don't like the way this game is going for us. Maybe we'll draw one drop of our own. Well, kinda. At least this creature having 2 toughness is a good thing. It means that we'll survive when the Doomed Traveler attacks, and he is doomed. But honestly, I think the better play here, well, Spectral Rider's Intimidate doesn't do a whole lot when my opponent is playing mono white. Oh, you did not just play that. Well, this game's about to get weird. And it's going to get really bad if I don't draw a 3rd land by the time I need this Fiend Hunter. Maybe I should have just kept that 2nd hand, gotten 5 lands, and hope I didn't draw too many more. But then again, I always seem to draw lands in this, and when it rains, it pours. Alright, that Glorious Anthem seems pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and play the Spectral Rider, just so that I have something to kill his 2/2, and his 1/2, and it will not be able to kill me. He'll probably be able to tap me down while continuing to play more White Weenies, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. if he even does it. Which he isn't. No, instead he's just playing another one of those Crusaders like the one we just used to beat face with last game. We saw how well it worked there. I have a nasty feeling it's going to work very well against me. Alright, come on, basic land. Not a basic land. Not even close. Welp, we're just going to drop a creature so that we can at least help prevent some of the damage that's coming next turn. We are not going to attack with our guy. That's suicide. We're going to pass. I don't like the way this is going, folks. Like I said, Quarter Paladin Battle Cry. Let's zoom in on that. I actually don't know what Battle Cry does. Let's zoom back in on that. More info. Whenever a creature Battle Cry attacks, each other attacking creature gets power. God, why? Why have you forsaken me? And another 1-drop, just for good measure, a Savannah Lions. It's actually called Elite Vanguard, but any creature with 2 power and 1 toughness is referred to as a Savannah Lion by the fandom. The Savannah Lion was the first card to get that ability. Or, not really ability, but to have those stats way back in the beginning. Let's see if he attacks this turn. If he doesn't attack with a 5/5, yeah, he's going to attack me. And unfortunately, I kind of need to keep all these dudes up, so we're just going to let it happen. We're at 14. Audric is still sitting pretty at full health. And, okay, there's our planes, so that's a thing. And I think what we have to do here is just play the big old Fiend Hunter in order to get the big guy off the field. We can go wide and block some of these little dudes for a while, or at least make some favorable trades, but we are not getting past a 5/5. Again, we're going to skip turn. Next turn, I might play another Master Decoy so that we can start getting some tap shenanigans down, or I might play the Glorious Anthem to make all my guys stronger. And what do you got? Audric, what are you doing? I'm going to declare blockers as such here. And if he has a trick, I'm just dead. But he doesn't, so I clear 2 of his guys and get his big Battlecry guy off the board. He puts 3 tokens on the battlefield, and if I draw a land next turn, I'm going to do the same bloody thing. Let's see if we do. We don't. We get pacified. I'm going to play the Master Decoy here again. Again, we're going to go as wide as we can to defend here. So yeah, some more of his dudes are going to slip by, but at least we can block the 1/1s with the Fiend Hunter. We don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to attack, though, because if he double blocks, we're in trouble. Let's see what he does. He's running low on cards in hand, a problem we don't have, so in theory, he will run out of gas here. Yeah, he doesn't attack, he can't get through. That's a good thing for us. I'm actually going to go ahead and play the Captain's Call here, so that I can go as wide as he can, and then next turn when I play Glorious Anthem, our dudes will actually be in a much better position to start going on the offensive. Still not attacking with any of my currently existing creatures, though. I need them all up to play defense. Alright, here come 2 more soldier tokens, and instant speed raise the alarm at the end step. Maybe Audric is smarter than I'm giving him credit for. He draws a card, and fortunately for us, it's only a land. Doesn't give him any more gas. When I say gas here, I don't mean flatulence, I mean, you know, momentum. Probably would be the better word for it. Ooh, Captain of the Watch. He could cast her if he drew her. We don't have that luxury. So we're going to go ahead and Glorious Anthem here. Make all our dudes +1/+1. And that will allow us to start making some huge inroads against this guy's life. We're also going to go wide and swing with everybody, except we're going to keep the Fiend Hunter up. 1, because I want to keep a defense up, and 2, because I do not want him, with that many people on the board, to get his guys back. Alright, he's doing some double blocks here, which you can do. You can block one attacker with multiple defenders in order to put a lot of damage on them to make sure that they die. Like, for instance, he just used all his tokens there to block 2 of my creatures. And now he's using his creature's tap ability to tap my creature. Smart play. If I'd kept my creature alive, I'd have done the same thing. Ooh, a first strike vigilant creature. It won't tap when it attacks, and if we do damage, it gets the punch in first, which is really going to slow me down here. Fortunately, I think that's what pacifism is for. And my opponent is swinging here because as I am tapped out, I have no way to defend. meaning my opponent gets in for 3 more damage, putting me at 9. I actually do think I'm in a much more favorable... Ooh, and that helps too. I'm in a much more favorable position than I was. We're going to pacify the new guy so that it, you know, you can have your first strike and your what's it called. I don't care. You're not touching this. Alright. And actually, it doesn't stop abilities from activating, so putting it on that guy would be foolish. Well, we are just going to go ahead and do forever. However, we're going to get in for 4 with our tokens. Anytime. Okay. We hit. We hit. Audric goes to 12. We're going to keep up this other pacifism for whatever he may do next turn. Pass the turn back. Here we go again. What did Audric get? Oh, another land. Okay, not that helpful. When playing the actual game, if you don't need the land, and he's drawn way more than he could use probably, 6 is probably where that deck caps out, probably with his own copy of